Hi, thank you for your interest in Upshot. Upshot is a customer story creation platform and service that makes creating customer stories a breeze. To see what the final stories look like, visit upshotstories.com/stories. Now, I'll walk you through the Upshot platform so you can see how easy it is to create a story with Upshot and manage the entire process from one location. Let's start off in the shortlist tab. We like to think of this as the waiting room for the people you want to do Upshot stories with. This will take the place of Excel files and other miscellaneous forms where you're currently trying to keep track of all these people. So start off by hitting New Contributor. Basically, there's two ways that you can add people to this list. If you have a whole bunch of people that you want to add, you can hit Import Contributors. From here, you can copy and paste information in from different spreadsheets that you've been using to keep track of people and add people en masse. What most people do is they add one contributor at a time. You'll see the different information you need to fill out here. First name, last name, email, the role at the company's name, and a little bit about what the success story is around. You don't need to put a ton of details in the success story box. This is really just a way for you to keep track for yourself so you know that John Smith has a story about ROI results. Once you've added a contributor, they'll show up here in the Shortlisted tab. Then click on Create Spotlight. The point of the spotlight is to help guide the interviewer, provide them with the information that you know needs to be in the story. In the first box, this is where you want to talk about the main points that the interview should focus on. This could be ROI that the customer has seen, or maybe they're using a particular product that you need to focus on. Then you can select the part of the marketing funnel that this story should be relevant for. Maybe it's a top of the funnel asset to help for general brand awareness, or maybe it's a story for existing customers to help with upsell and cross-sell opportunities. The last box is more of a catch-all. Here, you can tell us a little bit of personal information about the person we're going to be interviewing. In this step, you'll be able to send an invite to the contributor, telling them a little bit about Upshot and the opportunity that's in front of them. We've pre-filled this with some text that we found has really helped convert, but you're able to edit it. You can put in anything here that you want. If you've already talked to this customer previously, all you might want to put here is, hey, here's a way to sign up for that Upshot thing I was talking about. Next, you'll be asked to review all the details, and then just hit Send Spotlight. Now the customer has been emailed, letting them know how they can sign up for Upshot. Up next, let's look at the dashboard. After you've invited a contributor, the status of each story can be found here. Let's look at this first card. We've just invited Haruki, so he's currently in the invite sent state. We can also see when the next emails are scheduled to go out to him. If we don't want him to receive those emails, we can just hit Pause Email Notifications. Scrolling through the dashboard, we can see the state of each of our stories. For Roman, the story's already been written, we've reviewed it first, and now it's with Roman to review. Once you get an email notification letting you know that a story is ready for review, you'll be able to edit it here. Here's where you'll be able to edit the story. This view will look the exact same for the contributor when they're editing the story. You'll notice that everything can be changed. Up here, you can change the banner image, you can edit the title, and any changes you want to make, you can just edit in line. You'll also be able to add links or embed videos, bold, italicize, underline, really anything that you can do in a traditional editor. When you're done making the changes to the story, you can add tags at the bottom, and you can upload your CTA image. The recommended size for the CTA is 800 by 400, but anything with that ratio should work. Here's where you add the destination link. This is where people will go after they've clicked on that CTA image that'll show up at the bottom of your Upshot story. We recommend using UTM campaigns. That way you can see the result that these Upshot stories are driving for you. Once your stories are published, you'll find them under the My Stories tab. Here, you'll be able to see basic analytics about your story. You can see the number of people who have clicked at the CTA that comes to the bottom of the story. See the views it's gotten, as well as the number of social shares that people have done through the story page. At any time, you'll be able to edit the CTA at the bottom of the story. You can change the image and even the link that it goes to. This is great if you have an event you want to promote or a piece of content that might have come out that's perfectly relevant for the story. You'll also be able to download the story in a PDF format. This is great for sharing internally with your team. Up next, let's look at how you invite users to the Upshot platform. Here, you'll not only be able to invite users, but you'll be able to set their permissions. All we need is the name and the email address. Then once you invite somebody, they'll be emailed to set up their account with a password. Let's go through what each of these roles and permissions mean. The story producer role is essentially an admin. They'll be able to do anything in the story process. The only thing they won't be able to do by default is manage other users. To create a true admin, select both the story producer box as well as the manage other users box. Story reviewer is for somebody who you want to give the ability to read the stories but not actually make edits. This is perfect for a colleague who maybe you want their feedback, but you don't actually want them going in there and changing any of the copy. The publish stories option is for somebody who can go in and do that final approval process on a story. The add edit shortlist option lets people go in there and add potential contributors to your shortlist. But this option alone won't let them actually invite anybody. If you want people to be able to invite people to the Upshot platform, just click on the invite/archive shortlist option. This will allow people to create shortlist contributors as well as invite them for the opportunity to do an Upshot story.